Hi guys, Steffi here and welcome back to the channel. Oh, excuse the shadow, that's my cat Gizmo. Before I start, I'm just going to say that I don't know if you can hear the dryer in the background, and for that I'm really sorry. And my mum is also sat opposite me crafting while I'm doing my video, so if you hear trimmer or anything like that, then that's just my mum, so it's all good. Right, so what I've come on today is, I don't know if most of you might have seen when I've done a project share on these beautiful TNs that I made. Obviously this one is a fabric one, which is really nice. I still haven't ironed this patch on, but I will be doing that tomorrow or the day after. And then I made this one here with the beautiful vinyl. Update on these have sold as well, which I was absolutely shocked at when someone messaged me on Facebook when I shared them asking if they could purchase them from me. So yeah, these two are technically sold, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I am going to be doing a vinyl one today, but the template will work for this. You just need to add an extra bit, and I'll explain that as I go along. Okay, so the one I'm doing today is Harry Potter, because why not? You all know I love me Harry Potter as much as I love me Disney. And I've been purchasing a new digital paper pack, and I saw this on, is it Crafting with Al or Crafty Al, here on YouTube. I will leave the link. I'm very sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And she'd done an absolutely fantastic traveller's notebook using these papers and all of this. And I will leave the link to this as well. And this is the Project Mouse Wizarding, and it's British Designs and Sarlin Studio who has actually created this. I think it worked out about just short of £16 maybe for the kit, but you get absolutely loads. You get your 3x4 journal cards, you get your 4x6s, you get papers, you get all of the elements separately as well, you get the alphabet. I'm just going to take you through just a few of the pages. Some of them have been cut out, so I'm not going to spend too much time on these. I'm just going to show you the type of thing. And I mean, this, I've just printed this onto 100 GSM paper. Look at that, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. I love it. Do you play Quidditch because you're right, a keeper? Love it. You've got the supply list, you've got a circle which house you got sorted into. I mean, look at them, you've got your beginner's guide to wand motions, and I just think these are absolutely great and really good value for money as well. Absolutely love it. Like I said, I'm just flicking through. I haven't printed any of the papers off apart from the ones I'm using today, but I will show you them as well. But you get absolutely tons and tons of stuff, honestly. You get them in different orientations as well. Then you get these ones here with all of the little words on here that you can cut apart. As you can see, I've started cutting apart into this one as well. Got all sorts on there. And then this is one of the element sheets, but you do also get these elements individually as well, so you'll be able to resize them on your computer. And like I said, I've cut into them. But look at that, have you seen this wizard? Oh my god, I love them. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's just a quick, oh, that one's upside down, just a quick flick through. This is the only one oh no, I have cut into it, sorry, but isn't that just great? And that is just a little flicker of what you actually get in this. So I will leave the link below to that for anybody who's interested in purchasing it, and I will leave the link to Crafty Al as well, and her fabulous Harry Potter TN. That is next on my list that I want to make. I'm going to just go into all the charity shops, and I want to get an old one. Obviously I'm not going to use my copy of Harry Potter, but I do want a one and just get it from the charity shop and do one the same as what she did. Absolutely amazing. Right, so I'm going to give you an example of I've done a template. And this template here, I've done it in card, and this is what I will go to and what I will refer to for me covers, especially me vinyl ones. Now, this piece of vinyl would need to measure 9 1/4 by 6 inches. And then on the top on one side, it's got the measurements there. You want to make a mark at 4 3/8, 4 5/8, and 4 7/8. And then what I've done is I've set my crocodile to 1/8 of an inch, and I've just lined it up and then gone in. And then what you would do is you just flick it round and you do exactly the same on that side with the same measurements. Now here you want to line up at the middle lines, and then because this is 6 inches and this one is for elastic closure, all I've done is I've measured in 3 inches and I've just popped a hole there. Okay, so give you an example of the fabric one, because the fabric one is roughly, it's just short of, it's about 11 3/4. This one you can get bigger ones. So all I've done is on the one I've got prepared is I've just cut it down to 6. Okay, so I'll show you that. And it's this one, because I was going to do this one with you on camera, but I've decided I want to do my vinyl one instead. So like I said, your template will fit on here just like that. And what I've done is I've just left the excess, so I haven't cut it at 9 1/4, I've just cut it at 6, so it's 6 top to bottom. And then this bit you can use for your wraparound. You can still use your template to put your things in the right place. Obviously you turn it that way when you mark them, and you just pop that down and then just mark all of your holes in there, and then just go ahead and punch them out. Okay, and then that would give you where you're going to bind it all with the elastic. So in true Blue Peter fashion, sorry for the glare guys, because it is going to glare. I'll go over this side, and I've got this vinyl here that I've decided to use, and this one is, it's like a clear with the iridescent stars, and I just think this is great. So obviously I've marked this at, I've cut this at 9 1/4 by 6, and as you can see that just matches up just like that. Okay, so what you can do if you want, you can use your paper clips, which I think I might do. I can't, no, there's some here, and because it's got a film on it, so I'm, oh sorry about that, it was a bit squeaky, wasn't it? Oh, so just line that up, and I'm just going to secure that into place with some paper clips. I think this way might be a bit easier, keeping it all in one place. And then what I'm going to do though on the opposite side, because I can't see that hole properly because of this star here, so I'm going to flip it over, and because I haven't got a long reach crocodile, I've just got the normal one. I've got this X-Cut Anywhere hole puncher, I think it's called, I'm not quite sure, and this is amazing. You do get extra bits as well for larger holes, and that just sits in there. So all I'm going to do is just line it with that hole there, and making sure you've got it straight. Right, it's going to be a bit noisy here guys, just going to do it a few times because it is vinyl. And there, that is punched that hole. Okay, I could do the same with this, with that one, but it's a bit noisy, so I'm just going to use my crocodile, and I'm going to use the 1/8 inch hole side. And as you can see, all I've done, sorry for the glare, I'm trying to get it in focus, you've got like a guide along here, and I've just moved it to 1/8 of an inch as well. So then I'm just going to line those up with the holes I created on my template, and just, sometimes the vinyl might get a little bit stuck, it might need a little bit of help getting out, and you just want to go ahead and just punch your holes ready. And then this will be all we do with the vinyl until we actually come to bind it. Sorry guys, I know I wanted to get this to you last week before I went back to work, but time got away with me. So yeah, thought I'd come on now and get it to you. So I do hope you enjoy this tutorial. I hope you find it like quite easy to do. I've tried to keep it as simple as I possibly can. As simple is always easier. Just make sure they've all cut out. You can just take off your paper clips and just pop them away, and then I can put my template away for next time I use it. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take the protective film off yet, because I'm not going to do that until I actually come to bind it. And you do have to keep them quite loose. Well, I do anyway. But one thing I am going to do, sorry, is I'm going to round the corners. And I've just got this one here. So just pop that in. Believe it or not, it actually rounds the corners easier on the fabric than it does on the vinyl. But this vinyl is great. I've just ordered loads more because I can see myself getting so addicted to these. You know, making them in all different Disney character themes. I'm so excited. I really am. So then that's going to be the basis of our cover. Okay. So next for the books for the inserts. Don't know if I've mentioned before, but I like to use these. And you get 3 books for 99p. And these are from Card Factory. You get different designs on the fronts, but it doesn't matter to me because I rip the covers off anyway. So basically, I'll show you. I've got some here. Basically, this was in here. That was attached, stapled. So all I've done is I just took that out carefully, so I didn't take the staples out, so I could still use them. But don't fling this cover away because we will need this. Okay, so what I've done to measure for the covers is all I've basically done is just line this up on a piece of paper. So we'll just pretend that this is our paper we're using because I haven't got any paper to hand. And all you want to do is line it right up so it's straight. But then what I do is I pull this out a tiny little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe about 1/8 of an inch here. Don't know if you can see that there. It's very slight. And I just do that so it allows for the bend. And then all I've done on the paper was get my pencil and draw a line down both sides, and then I trimmed it in my trimmer. Okay, but these are really good. You don't have to, I mean, I don't even know what exactly they measure, but I just go off the books. So the 8 by 9, it looks like. It's alright. No. 9 by 5 3/4 maybe. Yeah. But like I said, I just work on whatever books work best for you, or whichever ones you can get your hands on, and yeah, it'd be absolutely perfect. So I've already went ahead and I've done my covers for all of mine. And I have used the papers from the beautiful kit. So this one here, I've used this beautiful red one with the Harry's glasses and the scar. And this here, I'll just fold it out. This is actually one of the cut aparts. Well, all the cut aparts, all of the embellishments. And what I've done with this paper though, I have backed it onto card because I'd only printed on a light, well, 100 GSM paper. So I wanted to have a bit of weight to it so it didn't rip easily. And I've just fussy cut this out. I love it because it's Hogwarts and it's got home. And I've just popped this little banner here with HP on for Harry Potter. So that is our first insert. The next one I've done is this one. And look at this beautiful paper with Hedwig. And you've got the feathers and you've got the mail. And then I've just cut out one of those sentiment strips from that sheet I showed you, and it's just got L post, and I just feel like that's all that one needed. And then for the last insert, I've used this one, and it is the Marauders map. Now this banner here is another one of the embellishments on the embellishment sheet, and I sat and fussy cut this out, as well as this "We Are Here" arrow. I just thought that was really cool. And then on the back, because the back will be seen through the vinyl, I've just popped this, I've cut this off one of the 3 before cut aparts, and it was all grey with just mischief managed, so I've just cut round it to stick on the bottom there. Okay, so then we're also going to do a folder for these as well to go in with, and the paper I chose for that is this one, and it is the brick wall. Now I love this. So what this needs to measure is 8 inches by 8 inches. On one side, with the orientation going which way you want the paper to go. So obviously I want the bricks going this way. So I just put it in and I scored just directly in the middle at 4. Okay. Then what I done was I turned it round and all I've done is, sorry, I scored at 5 3/4 because that's the height of these books, and then that will fold up to create our little folder. Now, as you can see here, when you fold it up, you get them little bit excess there, so I'm going to trim that off on both sides. So I'll do this with you now and get this out of the way. So like I said, you just want to literally take a little hair off each side, and it's just to stop that peeking out when we fold it. So you just bring it over and you just test it, and yeah, oh, that's now fine. I'm quite happy with that. So now what you want to do with your two larger sections here, and you've got your two rectangles, I'm really sorry about the glare. What you want to do is just cut up either side of this score line here. So I just want to basically cut out the score line. So just cut up to the horizontal score line, and then just do the same on this side. And just pull that out like that. And then if you want, you can just have your pockets so they look like that. You could just do this other side. I think that's what I might do on this one actually. I might not angle them. I might just take a little wedge off that side as well. You can shape your pockets however you like. You could do them like I done on my last one, or you know, where I had it like a sort of an angle coming up. Let's just do this one as well. Sorry guys, I feel as if I'm a bit all over the place today. Right, so yeah, I'm quite happy with how that looks, and then that would go over, and then these two would form the pockets. So what you're going to need is some glue, and I use my wet glue for this. Just make sure that it's actually going to come out. And then you just want to put a little bit of glue at either end. Leave this top bit, and that's what forms your pocket. Okay. Doesn't have to be a lot of glue. You just pop it down on each side of those flaps. Just like that, and then just bring that up, and then just press that down, and the same on this side as well. Just going to get my bone fold. Obviously I've got seepage there, but I can get that off, it's fine. Just give it a minute to stick. You can always come back in and get rid of any excess glue. Off there. So now, there you have your little pocket either side. And just fold that back up, and just remember to give it a good burnish as well, just to tell it who's boss and where it's going. And if it feels like it's curling a little bit, I just like to just bend it round a little bit, just like that. Now I'm using this to decorate, and I'm going to stick that on here like that, with the platform 9 3/4 at the top there. So let's get that done. Where's my tape runner? There it is. I love these things, I really do. I've just ordered some more. I don't know if I find it the right way. They're just so convenient, and they're so easy, and they stick great. I love them. So I want that one about here, so I'm going to stick that one here. I just thought with the brick wall, of course I had to decorate it with platform 9 3/4, you know. How you all doing today anyway? You all doing well? Have you been up to much? I've been shopping today actually. I went out with my auntie and little man. Had a really nice time actually. Went out for some dinner and oh my god, I got some amazing bargains from Disney Shop. Anyone who's got kids, I mean, it would be worth checking out. I went in there today and I got 2 kids' Christmas Disney jumpers. One for a boy, one for a girl. They were only in a size 3, which luckily was what I needed. And they were reduced from £20 down to £3. Wow. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. So that's my happy purchase of the day. I mean, I bought a few with the little bits, but not a lot. Right, anyway, sorry, enough of us waffling on. That's all I'm doing, isn't it? So, yeah, with your notebooks, you've got your notebooks here. And then you'll just sort of decide which orientation you're going to be putting them in. I'm not going to be showing you how to do... I'm not doing the fuse tool pocket on this tutorial. It's just basically the Traveller's notebook and these, okay? So, next what you want to do is, because we've done our notebooks, we've done our folder, you want to come in and you want to thread this. Now, when you get this vinyl, most of it does come with this film on, and it's just a protector, just to stop it from getting scratched or anything like that, okay? So, what I'm going to do, I just need to remember which way I need to do it. I'll turn it around, so this is the inside, and I think I might need to pause the video because I think I tangled this up last time. Let's see how much. Yeah, that's a good one. That might be enough for the middle. Right, I'm going to pause yours because I've got this to sort out. Okay, I should have sorted this out before I came on the camera. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Right, well that didn't take us as long as I thought. So, obviously I've just left this obviously on. You can cut it off if you want, but I would get quite a few lengths, at least maybe 4 lengths of this. So what you want to do, you want to go in this first hole here at the bottom. I'm really sorry, it's really hard to see, but you've got your 1, 2, 3 holes. You go in. No, that's not right. You go in from the front. Yeah, that's it. I get confused every time, don't I? So just pull enough through that you're going to need, and then thread that through the one at the top. And then there's your first. Then come in from the front on the middle. And I wouldn't pull these really taut because it does have a tendency to bevel your vinyl. So what I do is I'll thread them and then I will put my books in and see how loose I need it. So then you've gone back out of that middle one there. Then in that very last hole you come back in from the front. And then you go back up and out of the top. Now what you do here, I'm going to cut off, but I'd cut enough so you know it's going to be more than enough. I mean, I'm going to waste that, but... So from this top one, what you're going to do is you're going to bring that back through that middle hole. Like that. So then on that side, it gives that nice, like, neat stitched look. Okay. So that's in the top, and then the one you've just cut at the bottom, you're going to do exactly the same, but it's going to be coming in from the other side. So I'll just... fingers and thumbs. I can hardly see what I'm doing with this vinyl. I should have maybe picked a different colour, shouldn't I really, but... Oh. Yeah, instead I went and put through the same hole. Don't do what I do. At least if you see me make the mistakes, you guys won't make them. So right, it's going in this one. Sorry, just making sure I'm in shot. Right, so there, that's how that's going to... Oh, that's how that's going to look. It focuses. So now you've got your elastics. Normally on a laminated one, you would pull them really, really taut. Just to, obviously, make sure that they're going to sit in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my signatures. I'm going to start from the back. And I'm just going to open it up to the middle. And I'm going to pop it in. And then the second one, the fold I always put in last because I always put that one on the one that I tie. Oh, Let's help if I can find the centre. There we go. So then this one goes on this elastic. And as you've noticed, I haven't stapled these covers to the inserts. I mean, you can, but I just do it that way, and then you've got the option of reusing the covers rather than having to print out, or if you're using some of your favourite papers and scared about losing your last one. Because, you know, us crafters do that. We do get a bit territorial over certain papers. And that is, I mean, look at it. I love the starriness on the sky. And then you've got the mischief managed on the back. But what I'm going to do, because that seems okay, but I just need to, I want to tie this one down here because I want my folder to sit here. So this is where it's going to test the waters, if you like, because obviously if you do it too tight, it's going to bevel. You don't do it tight enough, and so I'm just going to tie. I'm not going to cut these strings off in case I need to loosen that knot again. And yeah, that hasn't beveled at all, so I'm quite happy with that. I mean, they are a bit loose, you could do them a bit tighter, but because I don't want me vinyl like getting all just horrible, so I'm just going to cut that off. And then what happens is then you'd come in with your folder, and that can sit on there like that. Now, if you didn't want an elastic closure, if you want to do some form of other different closure, then you could do that. But obviously I like to have the elastic closure, so we're going to do that. I'm going to see if I can be clever. No, I probably won't be able to. Actually, what I'll do is, the way I found easiest was pushing your books so that they're like that, and I'd bring this elastic round the front and lie it down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie that so I know it's at the right tightness that it needs to be, and then just tie that in a knot. You might want to do it in a few knots just to make sure that it's not going to come through the hole. So I think that'll be quite okay. And as you can see, that holds that quite nicely. And it's got a little bit of room to grow as well. So you take that off, and I'm not going to cut these string bits in case anything goes wrong, because trust me, it wouldn't be the first time that something has gone wrong for me when I've been doing these. So what you're going to do is that looped end, you're going to push it through this centre hole. You can either do that with a needle, which is what I normally do, but for the purposes, I'm going to try this once on camera, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to pause it and do it. Oh, and it's worked first time, which is very, very unusual for me. I don't know if that one's come loose. No, it hasn't. It's just really slack, so your books will fall about a bit. So then all you want to make sure is that when you've got your books in, you've got them all sitting nicely. You want to make sure that this will come over, and it does. Okay, so now that you've got that sorted, you can go ahead and you can cut the ends of these off. I will keep it a little bit longer, just in case you need to. Oh, I'm gonna find that. Where's the thread gone? This one there, and then we'll put our folder back in. You just go ahead and fill out with whatever you want, really, whatever you want in there. You can keep receipts in there, and that is basically the TN done. The only difference is with obviously the fabric one is you'd still do your hole on your closure on the middle, but then obviously this bit would fold over and then that way, or fold that way and then over. Now, because I want to add a little charm on this, I had a Harry Potter keyring I bought ages ago in the sale from Primark. I paid £1 for it, and all I've done is I have took, let me make sure I've got it the right way so you can see them both. There we go. All I've done is took it off the keyring. Oh, one second, pick it up. I'll keep that for another time if I ever need it. and I've just put, it's got your wand and, I'm seeing if it will focus, Wingardium Leviosa. And I thought, right, it's silver, because most of me Harry Potter stuff is gold, which I wasn't happy with, but, and then I've just put on a lobster clasp, pop that on there, and then that is my TN done. So I'm sorry it's been a bit of a lengthy video again, guys. I've just been trying to show you as much as I can in as much detail as I can. If you like this video, please give me the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and press the bell for any notifications. Don't forget, I will leave the link to Crafty Al below, and also the link to where you can get this fantastic paper kit. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and hopefully it won't be too long before I'm back. Speak to you later. Bye.